Warning, this video contains violent and disturbing content. Epilepsy warning. Over the past few days, there have been numerous gruesome murder reports. One of the victims was the elementary school teacher, Isabel Jackson. Isabel called 911 in the midst of her attack. However, the address she provided led police to a completely different crime scene. The address belonged to a family of 3, Janice, Paul, and their son Zeke. They were expecting a daughter in a few months. Right outside their home, police found a bloodied garden shear. What awaited the police inside the house was so shocking and repulsive that one of the officers requested a period of leave from duty the next day. Janice and Paul's bodies were found in the kitchen, both ruthlessly executed. The fetus had been violently cut out from Janice's stomach. Janice was then strangled to death with the umbilical cord. Paul was found dead a few feet away from Janice, tied to the kitchen counter with his mouth sewn shut. The fetus was found in pieces, scattered all around the house. During autopsy, they found the head of the fetus shoved down Paul's throat. He died from asphyxiation, choking on his own unborn daughter. Zeke is still missing. Inside the house, there was also a painting. Its title had been painted over, except for the word, Pipes. This is the painting. Police later managed to track down the real address of Isabel Jackson, although they were too late. The headless body of Bruce Jackson was found right by the open door. He had been stabbed in his chest 7 times. Where one would expect to find his head, a painting lay instead. It was titled, Infinite Ma Bruce. This is the painting. Isabel was found murdered inside the bathroom. The lock to the door had been completely destroyed by a hammer drill. Isabel suffered multiple skull fractures, and a hole was drilled directly through her frontal lobe. A rolled-up note had been put inside of the hole. The note read, "I live where I can't breathe, and I eat without teeth. What am I?" A pivotal clue emerged at the crime scene, unraveling new possibilities in the investigation. The presence of 2 sets of footprints in the blood suggests that there was more than one culprit. The police now firmly believe that whoever is behind these paintings and murders does not work alone. As for why Isabel gave the address leading to another murder scene is still a mystery. Isabel's 911 call stands as one of the most disturbing calls ever recorded. Warning, what you are about to hear may be very distressing.
911, what's your emergency? Okay, now, what's the address?
They killed my husband.
Oh, okay, the police are on their way. Do you have somewhere to hide?
I locked myself in the bathroom.
Okay, good. Are you able, do you know they're there?
Yes, please.
Okay, ma'am, the police are on their way. I need you to stay calm for me, okay? What's your name?
Isabel Jackson.
Okay, Isabel, do you have anything to defend yourself with?
Oh my God, they're gonna get me.
The what? Isabel, do you have anything to defend yourself with? Okay, listen, stay calm. Are there any windows in your bathroom? Isabel? Hello? Hello? Isabel?
He's back! Real quick, if you haven't seen my other videos about the analog horror series from Urbanspook, covering the videos Faces, In the Walls, The Clue, The Lighthouse, The Witness, and Pigs, go check them and the original videos out, because this will be confusing without context. If you're not gonna do that because you're a butthole, here's an oversimplified rundown. A serial killer has been murdering people and documenting his crimes using paintings and photography as a medium. He has continued to do this even when his investigation was publicized and gained media attention, and began to toy with and even murder the people investigating him. Even to the point that he got a horse to fuck the wife of a policeman to death. Some people think that this killer may be trying to send a message with his brutal murders. And that, people, is me. As it stands, he is still an active killer, and there are many paintings out there depicting victims that are still unaccounted for. Got it? Good. The next chapter of this story adds 2 separate double homicides, as well as 1 forced fetus flush, to use the monetizable term. And they're all connected. Isabel and Bruce Jackson, as well as Paul and Janice, and their baby-to-be, were all turned into art house worm food. This also adds 1 kidnapping and probable murder, that of their son Zeke. Other than these crimes, the new installment details some very important evidence in the case of the painter, or should I say, the painters. 2 sets of different footprints heavily suggest that there are 2 killers. Also, the amount of work done in these elaborate crime scenes seems too difficult to be carried out by only 1 individual. I know I said there was 1 killer and that you were an idiot for seeing these pictures and saying it could be more than 1, but you see, you're still the idiot for believing an idiot like me. One of the most pressing questions I have is, why did the address of the second crime scene come from the victims of the first murders? It's a big old game of musical crime scenes. Our killers could have possibly murdered the family first, then moved the bodies to Isabel's house before murdering her and her husband, then made the escape with the 2 other bodies. The chances are slim for this one, but this is a killer that typically escapes long odds. It's also possible the killers drugged these victims like they have before, and they could have kidnapped and transported them. In their intoxicated state, it's possible that they would believe that they were home. These are all guesses that are stupidly convoluted, and therefore probably wrong. We don't know how he did it, but the question is, why? I think this killer could know something that we don't. Perhaps this baby was the product of infidelity, and that's why this killer connected these 2 crime scenes. This is just a random theory I have, and have little else to back it up. Speaking of, another mystery this installment brings is the note in Isabel's skull. The riddle reads, "I live where I can't breathe, and I eat without teeth. What am I?" Yeah, I think I know the answer to this one. The horse's name was Friday. The answer is a fetus. Think about it. A fetus lives where it can't breathe, a fluid-filled womb. It eats without teeth, through an umbilical cord. It gets everything it needs from its mother. It was also ripped out of the uterus of another woman involved and used to kill her. I don't know what the riddle means in the grander context, but this is the theory I have with the most evidence. This still leaves a few mysteries unanswered. Why is the painting called Pipes? Is it somehow related to the man in the pipes? Or the mini almost person that was shoved up into the daddy's throat pipes? Why did he scatter the fetus around the apartment? And why did he only use the head to choke Paul? Will I ever truly find love? What message is he trying to send? I'm still not sure about any of this. Also, what the hell happened to Zeke? Fans of Urbanspook series will know that the killer totally didn't do anything like cut him in half and sew him to another severed half of a different child, or get a horse to kill him Mr. Hand style, and probably just let him live and was really nice to him and got him ice cream or something. Finally, there's the police call. As disturbing as it is, I can't really gauge any new information not provided in the text. Although, hearing the drill go into her frontal lobe really tied it together for me with a nice little bow on it. It seems that yet again, the killers have changed their pattern. Instead of going solely for police officers and their families, he seems to be targeting different groups of people in sprees, potentially each for their own reasons. He is still operating in a fashion that seems like he wants attention for this. You don't drill a hole in someone's skull, jam a note with a fetus riddle in there, then kill another family who was pregnant, then lead the police to the second crime scene using the call from the first to not get attention. He's trying to say something. The thing is, exactly what the fuck that something is eludes me. As for what the killers might do next, I don't know, probably kill, idiot. This is all I can really gauge thus far with the new information. But hey, if you can figure out more, be my guest and let me know in the comments. If you like this video and want me to come back and check out more of this fantastic analog horror series, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe with all notifications enabled, and watch all my other stuff, or maybe you'll get a new nice portrait of yourself. Go watch my other ones about this if you didn't already. I want to shout out Urbanspook for making these great pieces of media, and being so cool when I hit them up about it. Shout out the inner circle. Love y'all. Bye.